The most money he ever made in his life, he made sitting next to me. That pains him. I know that pains him, but we had a beautiful thing. It worked.
I thought so. It all built together, and I didn't think it was such a hard thing to say that the three of us built it together.
It pains him. All that Balenciaga he's wearing, I'm paying for it. It pains him. It hurts. Every time he think he's fresh, he look in the mirror, I paid for it.
I can assure you, I did not buy these Lululemons with our corporate card. It was on my personal.
It's okay. You're my guy. Go ahead, swipe it. It's all good.
On the Lulus?
Yeah, it's all good.
The Lus.
It pains him. Every
Half
single
these
time.
Lus is yours?
Yeah. Every single time. You know what I'm saying? Every time you go to the strip club, you throw singles. Those is my faces on them singles. It pains him. It hurts.
Like Usher Bucks.
Oh, it hurts. It has to hurt.
It's funny.
It hurts.
Mm-hmm.
But we had a beautiful thing.
No, Rory and Ma.
Welcome to a new episode of the new Rory and Mal podcast.
Mellow Mall. This is like ASMR Mall?
Yeah, man. You know,
You put the M in ASMR? ASMR. I'm in it too. Oh, we got to find a flip for that.
Yeah.
We have to do ASMR. What does that stand for?
ASMR?
Audio,
It is
sexual.
autonomous sensory Mediterranean response.
Oh, duh.
Meridian.
Everyone knows that.
yeah, Meridian. Sorry.
It's a
Mediterranean.
tingling sensation that usually begins on the scalp and moves down the back of the neck and upper spine.
Trying to go down people's scalps?
No.
Hey,
Okay.
Welcome to a new episode of the new Rory and Mal podcast. I am Mal.
Rory.
And we are back. Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen. I am a little under the weather. I'm a little nasally. I hate my voice anyway, so now my voice really sounds disgusting in my ears.
Why do we all hate our voices?
I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's just weird. But I feel like I sound like a complete fucking dweeb.
I've gotten used to it as obviously time has gone because it's our profession.
Oh, you mean my voice? Thank you.
No, I've always thought you had a great voice.
Oh.
I thought my voice was fucking awful since.
Oh God, I hate my voice. But I'm a little nasally, a little under the weather. But I'm here to pod with my guys, my friends, the ladies and the gentlemen out there that listen to us each and every week.
Dedication.
Dedication, man.
It's that
Gotta
time
have
of year. It's
dedication.
the get sick time of year. Seasons are changing.
Yeah.
I assume you maybe slept with the fan on.
I had the fan. You know what I really think it was? I was riding home the other day, and I had the window open a little bit.
Mhm.
And you know, at night now it's really really cool. And I was on the highway, and I had my AirPod in my left ear, and the cold air from the window was going in my ear, and that's how I get sick. I get sick from cold air going in my ear or sleeping with a fan or AC on. That's the only time I ever get sick. And I said to myself, yo, roll this window up because this air is going directly in your ear. This is how you get sick.
Yeah.
And on my phone, didn't roll the window up, lost my train of thought, and fell asleep, had the air on in the house, woke up the next morning, throat felt like a fucking sand shake. Like I had dirty socks in my fucking back of my mouth. It was just disgusting.
That's very particular.
Yeah, and I knew immediately. I said, "Oh shit, I'm sick. I'm sick." So, slight ear infection, slight cold.
How much of a pussy I was as a child. I was like a serial ear infector. I had an ear infection every other fucking week.
No, me too. I had so many ear infections as a child. It's funny. The last time my mother took me to the ER for ear infection when I was a kid, they said, you know, if he gets it again, we're gonna look into taking his tonsils, like because that'll stop him from getting so many ear infections. And I don't know if it was because I was so scared. Literally, may not have had another ear infection for about 16 years after that.
Did you have to take that terrible pink medicine?
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know what it was. It was the
keep
pink
it in the
stuff.
fridge. You got to keep it in the fridge.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That like I feel like my mom used to threaten me with the pink medicine.
Yeah.
Like, no, you're just gonna have to take it. Like, but I don't have an ear infection.
Yeah, so I'm dealing with that. So just a little under the weather, but I'm all right.
When was your last true ear infection?
Oof, I was young. I might have been like in high school. I might have been like 17.
I didn't have any in high school. I think up until junior high, I was getting them all the time. Then it stopped. Then I went down to Del State homecoming my sophomore year or something. And you know, in that time, you're like, oh, we'll just go down there and find some bitches and stay with them. You know, like you have that type of false confidence in yourself. Like, nah, we'll just drive down. We'll find them.
You know,
we'll find them.
Only one of our friends was successful, and luckily the woman that he did meet had some type of like motherly energy. She was like, y'all could just like sleep in my spot. Not knowing that it was like one of those dorms that kind of just has like a common room area. So there was no place to sleep. So I slept on the floor and my ear was like on the ground. So I woke up with the worst ear infection. I had to go to whatever town that is in Delaware to their emergency room, which was one of the worst experiences I've ever had.
I'm so happy that it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Like it's I caught it early, so
Yeah.
I'm all right. I'm here to kick it with y'all.
The
been a
most
lot.
dangerous thing I did was drive my 93 Chevy Malibu from Delaware to Jersey City on Vicodin because of my ear infection.
Oh my god!
that-
What the?
No one else could drive.
Yeah,
One other person in the car, I thought he said he didn't have a license, but he had one at one point. So I was like, all right, well, that means you could drive.
That means you
and
know
I,
what you're doing.
I didn't have a valid license either, so I didn't really care. It was like, can you drive?
Mhm.
He got not even close to where the fucking Delaware bridge is at. I said, pull his car over. I'm better on 3 Vikes than you are sober.
Damn.
Like, I was terrified.
Oh man, yeah. Well, I'm here. We're here. Let's get another episode in. Have some fun. Y'all ready to talk about the culture?
Yeah.
Have some fun.
You're the
I
culture.
guess.
Part of the culture, Maul.
I'm part of the culture.
You are the
I
culture.
guess.
Big-
I
The M is
guess.
silent.
I do my part,
Big
right?
culture
I mean,
week
your
for
hat
you.
matches your hoodie. Yeah, you're giving culture vibes.
Oh, man, I'm just trying to do something today, man, just to kind of like bring the energy up a little bit. I guess I don't know.
The matching was to bring it up.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to look good. You look good. You feel good.
Yeah, I see with the socks what you was
You
trying
look
to
good.
do.
You feel good. You pod good, right? That's
Yeah.
how it goes, right? Who said that?
Deion Sanders.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Deion Sanders.
Wasn't
Shout
it
out
Deion
to
Sanders
Coach
that said, look good?
Play good.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Look good, feel good, play good, whatever.
I like that. Look good. Feel good. Pod good.
And Deion Sanders just did a pod, so I think
Shout out to Deion. Listen, man. I know we don't. They hate when we talk about sports, but I just want to get this out the way. I love what Deion Sanders has done at Jackson State. I love how he's changed the culture down there. Just bringing a different type of energy into coaching.
Mm.
It's just good to see because a lot of people doubted Deion when he first took that job. They didn't think it would work, and I just love the fact that he's putting all of that to rest and he's proving everyone wrong and completely changing the culture down there at Jackson State. So shout out to Coach Prime.
yeah, for sure.
And
I would give Gilly the credit just as a podcaster, but it's
shout out to Gilly, shout out to Wallow. Yeah, that Gilly running on the sideline and he spiked that football. That's some of the funniest. Gilly's
that's one of my favorite clips ever on the internet.
Gilly's a fool. So yeah, I was looking at some stuff over the weekend,
Mhm.
and over the week. I'm sorry, it's only Thursday, and I see that Jay-Z is filing a lawsuit against Bacardi, and
Cardi owns Duce, for those that don't know.
Bacardi
I had to
owns
go
Duce.
back and look to see if I was in this lawsuit in some way. To see if I had got anything in the mail. Like,
in there.
Because at some point, Bacardi was the people that did pay us at one point,
Okay.
as far as our splits.
Mhm.
So I don't know. We might be in this lack thereof accounting. See if they left the Palooza line off.
Wouldn't be the first time.
It says Jay-Z wants to know just how much money his famous cognac line is making, and he's filed a lawsuit against his partners at Bacardi to get that information. Damn, that sounds familiar. In docs obtained by TMZ Hip Hop, Jay-Z's company, SC Liquor, is demanding total financial clarity from Bacardi when it comes to Douce, the top shelf cognac brand in which Jay and Bacardi are 50-50 partners.
Okay.
In the docs, Jay-Z's company says it needs all books and records, the location of all warehouses storing Douce barrels, bottles, and accessories, as well as all info regarding Bacardi's physical inventory and its inventory process.
Yo, hiding some barrels at the crib would be hysterical.
Gotta
Like,
hide
yo,
the
where's
barrels.
where's the Douce at?
Yeah, like come on, man. How many barrels y'all got? Where's the location of all these warehouses? We need to know. It's unclear what's prompting Jay to demand this info, but it is clear there's a level of distrust between the partners. One sentence from the doc seems pretty telling. SC Liquor says it needs to monitor the conduct of Bacardi's business to protect SC's rights as a partner in the company.
Oh, that's a good strategy.
This is just basic, basic partnership, basic business. You need to see the accounting. You need to see the inventory. You just need to see the numbers of what's going on.
I disagree.
Well, other people would disagree too. You just need to see the numbers of what's going on
Jay
because
is
if Jay
unbelievable.
is having these problems, right, Rory? Who are we?
Listen, man.
It would behoove us.
I think it's disgusting what
To
Jay,
have
is,
these
what Jay is
same-
doing to this booze giant.
Jay knows nothing about the first of the month. He has no idea what the first of the month.
What is Jay
means.
doing to these geniuses?
Oh my God, these lies that Jay-Z is spewing. He's trying to see numbers that mean nothing to him, that he has no business. Anyway, this is just, I guess, business practice. Jay is just trying to figure out exactly, where the money is, how much money. He's a 50-50 partner. He needs to make sure his splits are correct. And this just seems like it's business as usual. I'm sure they'll figure this out.
I think over the pandemic, everyone just became alcoholics. So
Yeah.
Jay's like, yo, I know y'all sold some shit.
the number spiked. The number spiked. There's no way we moved the same amount of liquor in the pandemic that we did before the pandemic.
I'm looking at the percentages of AA members now.
Yeah.
And it does not equal up to what my percentage
skyrocketed. My number should not still be the same. Need to see what's going on.
I think Bacardi just being a bunch of thieves. Don't you think so?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say that.
Bacardi is geniuses. How dare you question them?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm not going to say thief, but it's Jay seems to know something that will prompt him to say, listen, I need to see these numbers.
Do you think if they just show the numbers, like if they were just to show the books, this could all easily be resolved?
Oh, absolutely. That's all he wants. He just wants to see the books. Make sure the split is correct. Make sure the percentages are correct. That's all. We can move on and continue to make money. That's all it is. Simple things. You know, if you just be honest, be forthcoming, be, transparent with the truth, open up the book, show them what it is.
Does Bacardi have a past of doing stuff like this though?
I don't know. Maybe behind the scenes, of course, because it's Jay, we're going to hear about it. But maybe behind the scenes.
And again, this is, it's probably not that big of a deal, but it's just like, I just need to see.
I just feel like it's called Bacardi Douce and not Jay-Z Cognac. So why would Jay-Z have any right to ask about what's going on?
To see the numbers?
Like, look what it's called. Like, come on, obvious argument over. It's called Bacardi Douce.
We don't have to show you the numbers.
It's not Jay-Z.
Their name is not in it.
Yeah.
Right. Makes sense.
Duh.
Listen, I saw some things online this week, I guess.
You saw some things on the net?
Yeah, some things on the net. And just, again, I don't want to make this a back and forth thing, because there's really nothing to go back and forth. I don't play tennis. I don't play ping pong. So it's.
You don't play ping pong?
Nah, not really.
It's pretty cool.
Good game though.
At the boys' center.
It's a good date game. Like if you go on a date, go to spin or something like that.
That's actually not a bad date.
Yeah, and play
Boys
some
and
ping
Girls
pong.
Club. No, you weren't on the ping pong tables.
I like billiards. I like pool.
Okay,
I'm a pool guy. I like playing pool. But yeah, so this thing about our former podcast and our former business partner. I don't want it to keep going back and
employer.
Forth. Well, yeah. I don't want it to keep going back and forth. Seeing things being said and, it's more lies being spewed. Obviously, more emotions are coming out. I'm starting to see how people really feel and felt about me. And it's funny because, before any business is in play, before any money is in play, like, people never disrespected me. And, I've been disrespected by who I thought was friends, some people who I even considered family, all as a result of just having a better situation financially in life, more money coming into play, more money being on the table. And I'm not going to play the back and forth thing, right? I'm not going to play that. But as Rory and I have said before, there comes a time where you got to stop letting these narratives be pushed and be spread. And the truth is the truth. The truth will always remain the truth. And, I'm still at where I was a year and a half ago. Just show the accounting. I'll shut the fuck up forever. I'll apologize on my platform for calling you a thief. I'll apologize on my platform for calling you a liar. Show the accounting. And in fact, I'm going to go a step beyond. Show the taxes paid out. Because I know the games you can play when it comes to accounting. You can't play those games when it comes to taxes. Show the taxes paid out. Let's do that. Let's do that on I'll go on his platform and let him reveal the accounting and the taxes. Let's do that. Let's not play this back and forth game. I don't know nothing about the first of the month and dudes carried me my whole life and all these things, dumb shit that's just not true. And somebody from the outside looking in on relationships that I've had with my homeboys of the past. You know what I'm saying? It's like, cut it out, bro. You spinning the narrative, you moving the goalpost. None of that is true. The reason me and some of those guys don't speak no more, nothing about, or actually you do, because I've told Rory and him in confidence what happened. And that's neither here nor there. That doesn't matter. But he knows what happened. And my thing is simply, I'm not going to get into a back and forth with words. I'm not going to shoot disrespect because I know where that can go. And I'm not even trying to bring that energy into it. I'm keeping it on the facts. Like I told Rory before, the truth is on our side, right? Show the accounting. Show the taxes paid out while Rory and myself were there. Show the Spotify deal. Show the contract. Let's go on. If Rory, I'm speaking for myself. I'm willing to go and sit down in front of him and let him do that.
Be happy to.
Show the contract. Let's do that. You want to play this internet game in this podcast? I'll come to your new studio, sit down in front of you, put all the paperwork on the table for everybody to look at.
Eden got to shoot it though.
We definitely gonna have our own camera there.
Yeah,
we gotta have our own camera there.
definitely got a Dame at the Breakfast Club. That one.
Yeah, because but
Two setups.
but see, because again, like I said, man, you know, it's weird, man. And I'm talking to y'all as my crew, like you said. I'm the boss. I don't even like that. When you call me the boss earlier, I snatched
you
it.
are, but
no, but I'm not your boss. We're partners. I need you just as much as you need me, bro. I don't carry that boss energy. That's corny to me. That's dudes that never had no type of status amongst their circle. Don't ever. I'm not your boss, bro. I'm your partner. We're business partners. We're building something. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I look at y'all as partners. Like I'm not your boss. But it's just dudes that run around with that energy. They want to be looked at as bosses. But when you're a boss, nobody got to say it. They know. It's just you. It's just how the energy you exude, right. The confidence you walk with, the way you hold your shoulders. Like you talking all of this, and cool, fam. You could try to spin a narrative about Maul. Anybody that knows Maul, nobody has anything negative to say about me. They can't shit on me. I've never done nothing whack to anybody. I've never done no bad business. Look at his history of business. Let's get Amalgam Digital on the line. Let's talk. Is Amalgam Digital still around?
I think they dissolved the company, but I'm sure I forgot the gentleman's name that was running it. But I'm sure he's still doing stuff in the music business.
Let's talk to Amalgam Digital and see how they feel about his business practices. Let's see how they feel about him. Because all you got to do is just look at the business practices, man. Like it's anything that anybody that I don't speak to no more, or I'm no longer friends with. If you find out and know the real story, which Rory knows some of it, It's not on me. I'm the same Maul I've always been. I've never treated nobody differently. I've never started acting funny towards nobody. I've never stolen from anybody. I've never done no whack shit to nobody. I don't care enough. You understand what I'm saying? Like I truly, honestly, in my soul, don't care enough about things to do something whack to somebody. I'd rather just walk away from it. So I don't want to keep doing this back and forth because I'm sure that the listeners are tired of it. The fans are tired. I don't even say fans. The supporters are tired of it. And our energy is still the same. My energy is still the same. Just show the numbers. Just show the contract. Just show the taxes paid out. It's very simple. We don't got to do this because again, that was really somebody that I looked at as a friend at one point. And I'm not a sucker and I don't do sucker shit. So even when it's bad and we're not friends no more, I'm not going to spew venom. I'm not going to start talking crazy like you're a thief. These are facts. These are just the facts, bro. You stole from me and Rory. Facts. It's not about me trying to create some narrative and paint you a certain way. You stole from Rory and myself. And we know that. And we just got tired of it and said, yo, we're not going to deal with it no more. Oh, here's another thing that I don't think people know, Rory. We never got paid from YouTube.
We said that in the response video.
Did we?
I think so.
We never got paid from YouTube.
But
I know a lot of people didn't know that.
Why I don't even get back to facts anymore is because we laid everything out in that first response video. And then I still see narratives from that response video of shit we never said. I was like, all right, never mind. I'm done trying to explain shit because it's the internet. Everyone's going to have their own opinion, own agenda. I don't particularly care.
I only bring it up because, one.
I think you needed to address it. He directly said some foul shit. So
but it's not. It's like, my phone been ringing all week. I don't feel good. It's just like, people calling me, asking me what's up with this dude, and he's still lying, and it's just like, yo, but I don't, I'm at the same point with it where I was a year and a half ago. Just show the accounting, show the taxes paid out. If you don't want to show the account, okay, cool. Don't show the account. Show the taxes paid out.
And my thing of the narrative that is amongst the listeners, because that's who we both care about the most at the end of the day. There really hasn't been much back and forth. You can bring up certain little shots that are little jokes here and there.
Oh, let me be clear.
Get brought up. Nobody really cares that much.
Yeah, like we don't. I sure don't give a fuck.
It's not on my brain ever.
I don't give a fuck. We sat down with Saha and I called him a thief and said, yeah, he probably used the money to battle you that he stole from us.
And I, to be honest, took that more as a joke, regardless of factual things or not. It was, Oh, that was just a joke. Like
It was a
which-
joke,
which
but
is whatever.
it's truth to that joke.
I know, but to me,
It
it
is
was a
what it is.
lighthearted from. I know your intention with it was not to start a back and forth.
I don't. I'm
And
not
I'm not
going
telling
back and
that
forth
someone
with this
can't reply,
dude,
but-
man. He. Listen, I will never sit here. He's a thief. Anybody that has ever done business with that man will tell you that he's a thief. He's gonna try to snake you and do some shicey shit to get the money and run with it. It just is what it is. And here's the thing. Sometimes I look at it like, okay, fuck the corporations, fuck the business. They've been stealing from us too. Yeah, they steal.
Mm.
But come on, man. Like, that's who you are. That's who you are. So all of these narratives you're trying to paint about Maul and I never pull my own weight and the first of the month means nothing to me. Cut it out, man. Stop, man. You go and you turning it into something else. I'm not going to jump in the mud with you, bro. Because I got the Yeezy boots. Those are great for mud. You know that. I got the Yeezy. You know, they're great for mud. So if you want to get in the mud with me, I could go there with you. I could, but you know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that.
Are you making a political statement now?
No, I'm just saying that's just corny. It's just corny, man. It's just corny. So listen, man, let's put it to bed. I'm willing to go on your platform, your new show that still has my blood, sweat, and tears in it. Because everything and I know that's what pains him. I know that's what pains him. Every time he pay for pussy, that's some of my money. Every single time he pay for pussy, that's some of my money.
Some of your pussy.
Every vacation, every vacation he take a chick on, that's some of my money he using. And that pains him. The most money he ever made in his life, he made sitting next to me. That pains him. I know that pains him, but we had a beautiful thing. It worked.
I thought so. It all built together. And I didn't think it was such a hard thing
pains
to
him.
say that the three of us built it together.
It pains him.
I didn't know that was such a difficult
All that Balenciaga
idea.
he's wearing, I'm paying for it. It pains him. It hurts. Every time he think he's fresh, he look in the mirror, I paid for it.
I can assure you, I did not buy these Lululemons with our corporate card. It was on my personal.
It's okay. You're my guy. Go ahead, swipe it. It's
On
all
the
good.
Lulus?
Yeah, it's all good.
The lose.
It pains him. Every
Half these
single
lose
time.
is yours?
Yeah. Every single time. You know what I'm saying? Every time you go to the strip club, you throw singles. Those is my faces on them singles. It pains him. It hurts.
Like Usher Bucks.
Oh, it hurts.
Usher bucks.
It has to
Usher
hurt.
bucks. It's funny.
It hurts.
Mm-hmm.
But we had a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
It was the greatest podcast of
Oh
all time.
God. But again, it pains him because, you know, the notoriety and the cloud and the attention that he wanted as a solo artist.
Mhm.
He attained that sitting next to two guys that he feels like has no resume. Who are these guys?
Mhm.
They didn't put in the pain and the industry and go through the ringer like I did. So now that we got a 6, 7, 8 figure, whatever it was, we don't even know.
We don't know.
We didn't see the contract. It pains him. It hurts. Julian, you hear me? It hurts him. And I can understand it because I know him. You know what I mean? Like I know him, and it's like, you know, it's fine, but don't try to create a narrative about Maul like I'm some ain't shit nigga. And anybody. I mean, you know, the fans that don't know me, yeah, I'm new to them. I'm only just doing this podcast. And the crazy shit is, I was doing a podcast before you, homie. That's the funny shit about all of this. I actually asked you to do it, and you told me it was corny to do a podcast. Okay, cool, whatever. Now it's your biggest asset in the world. It's the most notoriety you've ever gotten.
Mm-hmm.
People that would never talk to you as an artist, would never give you a verse as an artist. Oh, they'll come sit on your podcast now because you're a train wreck. People are gonna look at a train wreck. If you see an accident on the turnpike right now, you'll stop and say, "Ooh, damn! I hope they're okay."
And complain about the traffic while it's happening.
And complain about the traffic.
While I contribute to it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's just
I slow down too.
Yeah, like stop it, man. Because listen, man. You know, I laugh because life is beautiful. Life is great. I'm having fun with my people.
That's where I'm at with it.
I'm having fun with my guys, man. We building something from the ground. You know, we in London, November 5th.
Can't
at the Earth Theater.
Theater.
Tickets on sale now.
3 sold out shows in a row.
NewRoryandMall.com.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, I don't want to keep doing this, man. We too far removed, and I don't want to keep letting the fans do that. But fans, I gotta urge you, just come to New York, ask about Maul in the streets. Come to Harlem, come to the Bronx. I still
I wouldn't suggest
get my
that,
hair cut in
but-
Harlem. I'm still there.
Mm.
I still go to the Bronx to see my peoples. I'm still there. I'm still with the homies. Like, I never did no much shit to nobody. I'm still good. That's how I walk around the streets. I've never done nothing foul to nobody. I'm not that type of guy. I'll walk away from it. before I fight and argue about it. I'm not going to do that, especially when I looked at you as a friend at one point. That's when it's corny because it's like, damn, we was cool at one point, homie. Now that the money's on the table and the things that we work for is turning into this, now I've never pulled my own weight. Now I don't know what the first of the month means. I don't know what responsibility means and all this other shit. Like, come stop it, man. Just show the accounting. And if you don't want to show that, show the taxes paid out. And if you don't want to show that, show the Spotify deal. And if you don't want to show that, what are we talking about, man? Like, just stop. Stop, bro. Stop. Because, again, I'm not going to get in the mud with you, although I have those Yeezy boots that are great for mud. But I'm not going to get in the mud with you. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that's corny shit. This is corny. I don't want to do that.
Agree.
But we only talking about it because Jay is
I don't think you've handled this.
Jay
corny,
wants to
but-
see the accounting.
Yeah.
It's because of Hov.
Yeah, only because if Hov didn't ask for the accounting, I wouldn't even be talking about this shit. Hov, this is your fault. You asked for the accounting, so now, goddamn it, I'm going back to when I asked for the accounting.
And Julian, don't post this and then take it down 2 hours later. Just leave it up. Just leave it up.
I shouldn't edit
Oh
it.
yeah, I promise.
yeah.
And also
Please don't
to
And I'm sorry, Rory, I don't want to have to keep pulling you into this energy.
I'm cool.
Because he said he don't mind if you call him a thief. Me,
which was very funny.
yeah, me, he can't. Even though we're both calling him a thief for the same thing, but
We had the same percentage.
yeah, it's okay.
Just took yours.
Yeah, just whatever.
Yeah, I wonder what.
And
led to
to
that.
put this to rest with the guest thing, because I see the narrative from that other side of like Maul and Rory on some tour just to talk to everyone Joe hates. Sci-Hi has always been one of my favorite rappers. We wanted to bring
Was that the thing they said?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That we only talking to. We wanted to bring Sci-Hi on.
Really?
They said you talked to Logic, Sci-Hi, and like everyone that Joe has beef with. Like that's our approach with guests.
Which is very odd.
Because that's how much time we put into this.
One, the Logic.
What?
How ridiculous is that?
Oh, wait.
No, it was a real narrative.
See, this is what I'm saying, and that's why we got to come over here.
Well,
and have to have this
let's
talk.
just go with facts then.
Okay.
Sci-Hi we wanted on the old pod.
Listen,
You and I
Sci-Hi-
pushed for that. I'll talk to Sci-Hi any day.
Sci-Hi is one of my favorite rappers. I don't give a fuck who beefing
That
with
was
him.
3 seconds of a 2-hour interview.
I was honored to sit and talk with a guy that I admire.
Same.
Admire his
Great
pen.
interview, too.
I admire his artistry, and I've always wanted to sit and have a conversation with him. I'm mad that was our first actual real in-depth conversation was on camera, but we was in Atlanta. I reached out to him, and he was like, "Yo, let's do it." So so that had nothing to do with.
Yo, that shit didn't even cross my mind.
Yeah, I don't.
until
Sci-Hi brought it up. He mentioned that dude, not me. And I was like, oh yeah, I had forgot about that at one point. Like, all right, whatever.
And if you really want to get into that narrative, all right, the Logic thing from behind the scenes. Benner used to work with Logic. Logic's manager used to work for Palooza.
Mhm.
There's a real family connection there.
Right.
And when it was brought to us, so it'd be a pretty cool conversation. We're not known as like Logic fans. It could just be an interesting juxtaposition. And when he brought dude up, Maul and I were objective and almost defended him.
Yeah.
So how could you say we talking to people that just hate him and beef with that? And now we were objective and said, Logic, you're kind of obsessing over nothing right now.
Listen, man, I get it. Again, I don't want to keep putting our listeners and the internets through this shit because it's corny, it's stupid. Again, stop the lies, stop the bullshit. We can go down a list of people that have been in business with that dude, and none of them have anything positive to say about him.
Math said we're scared to go to the barbershop.
Math?
He said it jokingly. He wasn't serious, but he did say
Nah, but
Rory and Maul are scared to come to the barbershop.
he said it on the show?
I think it was like an IG story or something. He said it as a joke.
Oh.
He wasn't being serious.
Nah, I saw Math when we was at Duce Blues. I told him we gonna do that shit. Like I love what Math Hoffa is doing. Math will tell you, bro. I fucked with Math. Me and Math connected years ago when he was still heavy battle rapping. When we did the Total Slaughter shit. I connected with him, and I always just loved. I thought Math always got like a bad. Like, because people that didn't never really sit down and kick it with him, they had like a bad taste in their mouth.
Yeah.
They thought he was a bully. Math, he was always somebody that I love his energy.
One of my
think he's
favorite
super
battlers, too.
intelligent, very well spoken. And I love his podcast. I love what he's doing
I
with his
publicly
podcast.
championed that shit since he started it.
Yeah,
And,
I think.
and hats off. Here's your flowers because you came into an already overly saturated market
he
and took
carved his
off
way.
crazy.
Yeah,
So,
carved his own way. But that's what that's what real people gonna do. When you real and you solid, man, you gonna always float. And that's what people don't understand, man. When you solid, you're gonna always float. You're gonna always levitate because it's just in you. It's just who you are. Like, you're not here to bring nobody else down. You want to just stay focused, do your own thing. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm not worried about nobody else. I'm not in competition with nobody else. I love what we doing. I love the people that's around me. I love the people that I work with. And like I said, we in London November 5th, the Earth Theater. Me and my guys in the UK. I'm looking forward to spending some time out of the country with my guys. Like, I'm looking forward to, meeting the people over there in the UK that support us. And like, that's what I'm on, man. I'm not on this negative shit. I don't want to keep getting pulled into it. I saw enough negative shit in my life. I know where that shit leads to. I'm not letting nobody trick me off the streets. I'm not letting nobody trick me out my spot. Like, I'm not into that. We can settle this once and for all. And you know who I'm talking to. I refuse to say your name. You know how we can settle this. I'll go on your platform. We'll go on your platform.
I'm down.
Show the accounting. If not, show the taxes paid out. If not, show the Spotify deal. If not, I don't know what else to tell you, man. It just is what it is. The truth is on my side. That's why I'm comfortable. That's why I sit here the same way. That's why my skin is clear. That's why, I have 20/20 vision. That's why I have a full hairline. I'm saying? I'm not stressed. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, Rory.
No,
I'm not stressed.
I just got a haircut. It was
I know. I see. You look good. You look good.
Yeah.
You know
it's
what I
the
mean?
lighting.
Yeah,
The lighting.
it's just stop it, man. Stop it, man. I don't want to get in the mud. Shit is corny. And I see you trying to spin narratives like I'm some bum ass nigga once again. It's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. So we'll leave it at that. That's the last time I'm talking about it. Anybody that wants to come on their platform and talk and kick it, I'm not talking about that. So if that's what you're calling us for, I'm not talking about it. It's only one person that I'm willing to entertain this conversation with, and he has to come with the Spotify contract. He has to come with the taxes paid out, and he has to come with the accounting. If not, I'm never speaking about this again. Much success to him. Much success to those brothers over there. Much success to what they doing. Love, light, and peace to everybody. I'm focused on New Rory and Maul. I'm focused on my team and my crew over here. And that's all this is about. I'm not in competition with nobody out here. I don't care what none of these dudes are doing. I want everybody to have 400 million views on their videos. I want everybody to have 5 million downloads a month. I don't give a fuck. I'm here to do what I'm here to do. And download our episodes. I want to say that. You got to start saying that. Don't just listen. Download these episodes because once it's over, it's over.
In other news, man, prayers for our guy, Sue Surf. Last week, he was arrested under what appears to be RICO charges. I'm not sure if full details have come out of what exactly is in the RICO, but from what I saw earlier, drugs, guns, possible murder. So prayers to Surf, and hopefully this is something that he's not too caught up in.
Yeah, I saw it when it came up on the timeline, and I was like, damn, man, because I fuck with Surf, good dude. But I recognized some of the the things of us just being from certain environments and falling victim to certain things, and I just hope that it's not anything. Well, it's anytime it's a federal RICO charge, that's bad.
Yep.
But I'm just hoping that things work out in his favor. Hopefully he's not like you said too caught up in this, and just praying for him, man, because Surf he's a real good dude, real solid individual, talented, great father.
I was about to say father.
You know what I'm saying?
Son as well.
Just it's just
mother is always publicly role for him.
Yeah, man. So
every time something happens.
Prayers to Sue Surf. Shout out to Qua. Shout out to the whole team over there. I just hope that, again, like this is not something that's, too bad. But again, anytime you see federal RICO charges, like fuck.
Yeah.
It's not something that you ever want your name attached to. So just praying that everything is resolved, praying that Surf ends up on the better side of this whole thing. And he's back home soon with his family. And back to what he does best. You know what I mean? So just continue to pray for him. And we praying for him here because that's our God. So
yeah, and regardless, I do pray for also a speedy trial. I feel like so many people we know, these trials have just been dragged out. And they can't get bail. So no matter what, if they're guilty or innocent, they sitting for years.
Yeah.
Just waiting for fucking trial. So I do pray that whatever is going on, they get to it as soon as possible, and hopefully Surf can get home to his daughter.
Yeah.
And to his fam. So prayers to Surf. That's my guy. So, but I feel like this RICO shit. Did you see Carl Cherry's tweet?
Yeah, I did see it.
I know that's a weird segue when it has to do with RICO, but I do feel like what Carl is talking about could be attached to RICO. For those that don't know, Carl Cherry, head of what's his exact title at Spotify? Head of hip hop and R&B. He's the man over at Spotify.
He's the man.
He's the one that has the culture.
Yeah.
He actually is involved in the culture over there. As far as he's a head of hip hop programming. That's our guy. Shout out to Carl Cherry. He tweeted, "Is hip hop slipping?" ?
Yep.
It's not chart dominant like it was from 2015 to 2020. I can't even speak. Sorry. It's not chart dominant like it was from 2015 to 2020, but it's still number one. We've been here before. Nas said hip hop was dead in 2006. The blog era followed. 2014 wasn't a great year. The streaming era followed after that. There's something revolutionary around the corner.
I'm with Carl on that. I believe there's something coming that is going to kind of change things. But again, back to part of our conversation with Sahai and where hip hop is now, with how violent the music is now.
Yeah,
and then obviously the feds getting involved and trying to use lyrics as part of their defense in court.
Mm-hmm.
and giving and charging people based on their lyrics and trying to piece together crimes and things like that. Like I said, it's because they were able to monetize violence.
Yeah.
Once kids are able to sit on their block, upload videos, waving guns, and
with no consequence to business, only to human lives, which they don't particularly care about. But
that's where it's gonna become a problem. Like now the feds, and it's crazy because the feds was involved with music back NWA.
Of course. I mean, even with Irv and
yeah,
so even with DJ Drama, with pirated music, but there's always been a response, kind of like to Carl's point here. Even when Nas had came out, then we all loved the blog era. Things shifted and rap kind of content shifted away from the street as far as popularity. And then the obvious response to that was having street music become popular again.
Right.
And now it feels like this revolutionary thing Carl could be talking about is the police, unfortunately. I know he's not really saying that, but in this timeline of why things shift, blog era being, all right, it's people that were using the internet for the most part were college kids. They were uploading content of rap that was for college kids or people in school, not so much street people.
Mm-hmm.
That shifted when everyone got on the internet. Street shit came back. Streets now, for the most part, run the internet. I feel like it's all the street people on the internet.
Yeah, that is.
And sales were getting weird. Streaming era changed that, continued to make music profitable. This revolutionary thing to change, I think, is the RICO stuff. I think the Young Thug trial could very well completely shift hip hop the same way all this revolutionary stuff did as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because, to your point, they can capitalize off kids waving guns and all that type of shit.
Kids dying.
But then once it becomes real, and the word RICO, we know, involves an organization, and you could make a point that some of these companies funded some of these kids that are getting caught up in the shit. It's becoming a liability now for the company and for the money. They don't give a fuck about human life.
Right.
Fuck that. But it's going to fuck up their business. So I think the shift of where the street rap is to some degree controlling everything may stop being an investment for companies. And now algorithms literally control what we see, and they control the algorithms. So if they don't want us to see that shit no more, they can very well not do that.
Yeah.
Because it's a liability that they could get involved in whatever these kids are actually doing, and it's on camera.
But does it mean hip hop is slipping, or is it just this style of hip hop and a new style will rise to the top?
The music is subjective. That's your personal taste. Even what Carl is saying here isn't even specific to the taste of music.
Mm-hmm.
The blog era just shifted how we got music, how we were presented music, how you turn a profit with music. Then streaming changed from there. Like everything just keeps changing and changing. And now companies have profited mainly off violent music and violent imagery.
Mm-hmm.
That is now for the first time, possibly, depending on what happens with this Thug trial, they'll never actually get in legal trouble.
Mm-hmm.
But now they could be at risk of putting this stuff in front of us. They could legally be a part of it. So I'm curious to see where their next move of what they're going to heavily invest in when it comes into hip hop. Also, there's plenty of companies trying to find any excuse not to have to invest in hip hop. They were just forced to because it's the number one genre in the world.
Yeah.
Now you have an excuse, like, oh, well, this is RICO shit. So I'm curious to see where this shifts as far as what hip hop is going to be in the next 10 years.
Question. So in Carl's tweet, he mentioned that 2014 wasn't a great year. Why is this supplemental in his general tweet?
2014.
Like, how does
When did Apple Music launch? 2015.
Probably right before that.
Apple Music launched 2015.
2015.
Mm-hmm.
So Spotify was, I would say, from what 2013 and 14 was when Spotify really got popular. Of course, it was out before that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It hadn't had a chokehold on the industry yet, but it was clearly moving in that direction. So everything was kind of in limbo of how people were not only buying their music, but how it was being presented in front of us as far as who they could control that's in our faces.
So
So 2014 was just a weird, all right, we're in a transition period of where we're going to make all the people go. And then once Apple, I feel like Apple doing Apple Music helped Spotify.
So
It made streaming the only fucking thing that we could deal with.
Yeah.
And if you didn't have an iPhone, it was like, well, I could do Spotify. And so many computers came with Spotify at the time. Like it just put, by 2015, streaming was the only way we could do shit. So 2014 was kind of just a weird.
But like, I thought he meant like general music wasn't good.
I don't think this has anything to do with taste. I think this is
meant,
all
like,
how we receive music and the shift
Yeah, I
of
think that's
making it
he's talking
profitable.
about. I don't think it's the fact. I don't think he's saying like nobody put out good music in 2014.
Yeah.
That's how people were like.
He's saying chart dominant. Like,
Yeah, like-
this is numbers and everything. And of course, it's still the number one genre.
It was the
but
penultimate year. I think that's fair. It was the
Mhm.
transition between how
Exactly.
we used to consume versus what we now do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think this Rico thing is going to really decide what the next move is within hip hop.
Well, you guys are forecasters. What do you think is going to happen next?
I mean, I just think that the bottom line is the artists have to change their art. They have to change what they're talking about. They have to change the focus of their music, because it's clear now that your lyrics and your music is going to be used as a weapon against you. If in fact, there is some crime going on in your neighborhood, in your towns, in your cities, and then you're now rapping about what's going on, and it's like, hey, how does this person know so many things about this case?
Mhm.
And they're going to start adding these things up and putting the pieces of the puzzle together, and then here you come, 4:30 in the morning, you got to knock at your door with the feds outside your door because of things you're saying in your music. And the bigger thing to me is it's just not necessary. Like, I understand, part of, rap, hip hop, it started as something that was like against the system, against the government. And now it's being used as like a political tool.
For
You see
sure.
rappers endorse Rock the Votes and all of this.
Mhm.
Like, hip hop started as something that was against all of that.
Mhm.
It was the mouthpiece for what was going on in our environment, in our cities, and things like that. But now it's turned into something, like I said, because you can monetize off of the violent nature of what's going on in your community, that almost propels people to say, okay, well, we need to do something more violent. Like, we got to go back and we got to shoot their whole block up, and we got to talk about it, we got to rap about it, we got to shoot a video, at the graveyard, at their homies' grave site.
Regular murders is just the status quo at this point.
Yeah,
You know,
what I mean? And so it's like, when he says something's revolutionary around the corner, I do believe that, artists are going to get smarter. Artists are definitely becoming more business savvy. So I just think the content of music, the content of hip hop, the content of rap is going to change.
I guess I would say if they continue to want to put violence, death, murder as the leading algorithm in hip hop, it's going to become more plant based.
Yeah.
Because street hip hop came back that was not plantish. It was just like, bro, this was some shit that was thrown on YouTube that caught. It was authentic. It was real. And that was to some degree the problem. If they want to keep doing this, it's going to be very strategic and very much a plant as far as the same imagery, the same content, the same everything, but it's not going to be real.
Yeah.
Which means I'm not going to say my opinion on whether that's good or bad. I don't want to see people die. But if they're going to continue doing that, it's like any other company. We're not taking the liability.
Right.
We still want this message out there if it's going to sell, but we can't take that risk the way that they were taking the risks before. Like, yeah, we love Bobby Shmurda dancing on top of our table at Epic, but God forbid when Quad Studio gets raided,
Yeah.
nope, stay away from him. So I think that's going to slowly change.
What's going on with Bobby and Rowdy? Like, it doesn't seem like they're not really like, because again, I keep going back to,
Are they legally allowed to be next to each other?
I don't.
Probably
That's what
not,
I'm saying.
right?
I don't know, because the one thing for me that when they both was locked up, the way I thought they would come home, the music, I thought that they were gonna put out music together, album. And when Rowdy's album came out, shout out to Rowdy, Bobby wasn't even on the album.
Right. So something.
So that was kind of weird to me. I was like, what's going on there? And then you don't really see them in any Instagram videos, any TikTok, whatever that they post online. You don't see them in any videos together. Like it's something there. Maybe legally they can't. I don't know. But it's. I mean, I hope that they still cool. I hope that they still are on great terms with each other because the way Bobby stood up and took that time so that Rowdy could get less time. That it don't get more honorable than that. That's why I love those two guys and I fuck with them heavy.
Oh well.
In certain cases though, when you get paroled, isn't there a list of like other known felons that you can't be around? Especially because did GS9 get hit with a RICO or no? It was all individual?
It may have been a RICO. I'm not sure.
Especially if it was a RICO, I feel like there would be some type of law for however long they're on parole, they can't be around each other.
I mean, they
can't make music.
Actually, what's funny that you guys mentioned that
I wouldn't even risk it.
They got the Bodman tour with Rowdy, so it's Bobby
okay, cool.
presenting Rowdy. Bobby presenting Rowdy, and it starts. Is it the 30th or the 10th? It started in October, yeah. And November 1st, they're going to be in Los Angeles, so they got that going on. But I see what you guys mean overall, like
it just seems
music-wise.
Yeah, it just seems like
were they locked up together when they did like their initial upstate?
I don't think they were together.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think they were together, but
because I could see after 7 years, maybe they just needed to break away from each other.
Yeah.
Like, dog, I saw you in the day room for 7 years. Leave me
they
alone.
got a tour going, so that works.
We coming up on that. We pushing 7 years. It's
I like you, but
we need a little time. We need to go do some other shit, man. I hope that they all good. Obviously they have a tour coming up. This is Rowdy's tour.
This is Bobby presenting.
Next month, Bobby Shmurda will be making his way to a big stage near you, and he's bringing Rowdy Rebel with him. Good. Love to hear that. Early this week, the Brooklyn Star announced the Bodman Tour, named after one of the biggest standouts from his most recent body of work, Bod Boy. In addition to Rebel, GS9, Gino, Lou Got Cash, and more will be providing support.
I fuck with Lou.
Throughout. Released back in August, Bod Boy contained 9 high-energy cuts and a couple of assists from Rebel and Fat Tony. Prior to that, Shmurda kept his fans fed with a slew of equally dope loose cuts, including No Time for Sleep, Cartier Lens, Splash, Money They Don't Know, Getting Them Back. Currently, he's working on a fuller follow-up that's said to be titled Ready to Live, which will hopefully be making landfall sooner or later. All right, so they're going out on a tour.
Mm-hmm.
When are they in New York?
19th of November.
Terminal 5. Oh, damn, I think we got a show that weekend.
I think you do too.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I think it will be in Austin or Dallas.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to try to catch
us on tour now.
Rochester, New York, Sayville, Jersey. Damn. I want to try to catch one of those shows, but that's good, man. I'm just glad to see that, they still connected, they still working together, they still brothers, man. Because I was hoping that it didn't turn into something.
Some bullshit.
Yeah, man. I was like, damn, man. Like, I hope that shit didn't turn into something else. So shout out to Bobby, shout out to Rowdy Rebel. Catch them on tour in a city near you, hopefully soon.
Yeah.
The Bodman Tour.
And that's shit, even kind of back to Carl's tweet. I understand people have been criticizing Bobby, like, what these type of records he's making. Like, I mean, if you just did 7 years,
let him have fun,
and
let him have
brought
fun,
up in
man.
your case was your hit record.
Yeah, nah, y'all not gonna trick.
No. I'm gonna talk about fucking these bitches.
Yeah. Y'all not gonna trick Rowdy out his spot again. I mean, Rowdy or Bobby. No. Y'all not gonna trick them out. They went.
I'm not giving you a drill record. You fucking crazy.
They did their time. They stood up to it. They took that on the chin. Did their time. Came home, and now they want to have fun. They want to be around some girls. They want to dance. Like, man, I don't blame them. Fuck that. Stay away from that shit because they can't nobody doubt them and how they stand because they already proved how they get down. So shout out to them, man.
I know we're not allowed to say anything good about the Kanye West and Drink Champs interview, but I will say I don't know why it got taken off of YouTube. I don't know the politics. I don't know if it was Puff. I don't know if it was Rory. I don't know if it was anyone. But I did see that people that were trying to use the footage, YouTube sent out claims saying they couldn't use it as if YouTube does not want that footage out.
Yeah.
It wasn't a copyright thing that people were getting. It was this cannot be on YouTube.
Community infringement? Okay.
What does that say? To the point we were just making that you could have any type of fucking murder, kill, guns, anything on YouTube and you won't get flagged. That shit will hit the top page.
Hell yeah, there's documentaries.
But
I fully understand that Kanye said some absolute bullshit regarding the George Floyd thing.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. He was out of line.
But it is interesting to see what is allowed to be on YouTube and what's not.
Well,
I just think that's a point that needs to be brought up to some degree, and to some degree of what Kanye was saying once you sifted through the crazy.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. It was, a lot of people were saying yes. In his interview with Nori on Drink Champs, shout out to Nori, shout out to DJ EFN. He said some things that was distasteful, that was just wrong.
Absolutely.
And wasn't true. And it's fucked up because that overshadows the important things he did say, the good talking points that he made.
And this isn't a Kanye cape. This is
no. It's just
can
real.
Agree and disagree with shit he was saying.
It's just real. He said some good things in that interview, but it gets negated because of the things he said that were offensive, that were wrong, that just weren't true. But he pointed to that. He said, you can go on Apple Music right now, and the top 5 songs is "Fuck that bitch, I'ma kill that nigga." "Fuck that bitch, I'ma."
Diablo.
Like that, it's okay to push that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So he said some things in it. Like I said, Kanye. I don't think Kanye's crazy. I think Kanye is his freedom of speech thing. And being one of the richest men ever. I think that he feels like he's untouchable and that he can say whatever he wants. But I don't think he's crazy. I do think that he has some good ideas. I do think that he has good intentions. I think that sometimes he just goes a little, too far into his brain where he, everything that he says he thinks is correct and right, and this is how it should be because I'm the richest man in America, the richest black man in America, so I have to be right because how do I get to this point if I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about? But facts are facts, and we can't lose sight of the facts. So yes, he, excuse me, he said some things that were wrong, or that were out of bounds, that were definitely out of line. But he did have some talking points in that interview that were good ideas that made a lot of sense. But again, it just gets overshadowed by the things that he said that were out of line. So, it is what it is. I believe the family is now suing him for $250 million. A $250 million lawsuit has been announced in response to the artist formerly known as Kanye West's comments about the murder of George Floyd on a recent episode of Drink Champs.
And if you would see some of the right-wing YouTube stuff that is perfectly fine to stay up there, that is also false information.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just odd that, again, you can hate that Nori interview. You can have any opinion on it. I'm not talking about your taste or opinion on what he said. I'm just saying that that's off the internet, and look what the fuck is still on the internet.
Yeah. Oh,
it's insane.
But that's some of the points that Kanye, or excuse me, Ye was making. Was that
he identifies as Ye.
Yeah, and I don't want to disrespect him, please. But that's some of the points that he was trying to make. It's like they'll silence me. They'll take my interview down. Maverick won't put out my interview on the shop. But like you said,
well, that's Mav's decision. I'm talking more of a conglomerate of YouTube.
Oh no, that wasn't Mav's decision.
If that's true,
that was HBO's decision.
I don't think it's on HBO at all now. I think that's strictly Spring Hill on their own platform. No,
really?
I don't think the shop is on HBO at all anymore.
I think it comes on HBO.
No, I think it's on Mav and Bronze Spring Hill shit, which I think is great.
Oh, I thought that was still Shop Uninterrupted HBO.
Yeah, HBO. Oh,
the new ones? I don't think so.
Why is
it?
It
was, of course, at some point.
It's not anymore.
Oh, it's not there no more. The HBO Sports Series shop is no longer housed at HBO.
Which congrats to them.
Oh no, congrats to them. Yeah.
But I think what Rory's saying is important because now it's like an infringement. And again, I don't condone anything Ye said. I really want to state that. But it's
you don't think he made any good talking points at all?
I don't think it matters in like the grand scheme of the stuff that he said that was outweighs how harmful a lot of the stuff that he said. But I don't even want to stick on his talking points. I think what Rory's saying.
Yes, I'm not even talking about what he was saying.
It has nothing to do with it. It has more to do with where do we cap freedom of speech and why is it okay to say severe and terrible things about one group of people, but when you even, the idea of threatening a specific group of people is like, it's off limits, so much so that YouTube is going to intervene and say, get this off here.
Yeah. And even with, it comes down to fucking PR and popularity.
Yeah.
And I don't even mean views by that point. I just mean that certain names. Because if you go again to the right wing side of YouTube, there's billions of fucking views saying stuff way further than what Kanye West said.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, and I'm down with freedom of speech, but I'm not down with misinformation being put out there. I think that needs to be corrected.
Yeah.
Right-wing YouTube and left-wing YouTube has so much misinformation
Yeah,
that is
absolutely.
put out there on both sides that I just where do you cap it at that point?
I mean, both Alex Jones and Kanye right now in the last 2 weeks are the biggest prime example of the consequences that come with that.
You know what's funny? I remember when
Alex Jones and people are gonna hate because looks like we're defending Kanye West. Alex Jones and Kanye West are drastically different in the situation.
Yeah.
Everything Kanye West said about George Floyd was wrong and terrible. I'm with you. Alex Jones went on for like 5 years.
That's true.
Yeah,
full
he's
breakdowns.
also,
It wasn't a
like
sentence.
one time media personality. Like that's his career.
Yeah.
Kanye is just doing this.
I'm saying just specific to the Sandy Hook thing. Like,
yeah.
I remember when Joe Rogan went to Spotify, his back catalog, there was a few episodes that weren't up there
that were not up
because
there.
it was some episodes that they felt like it was conversations that they didn't want to, put out there and they didn't want to like promote and things like that. And Joe Rogan felt the way about that.
I understand.
Like he was really pissed off about that. So again, you have these guests, and Ye in particular, because that's what we're talking about, and they come on your platform, and they say things that are hurtful, are wrong, are just terrible things to say, and knowing that the families are still out here and grieving from these things. So you understand how companies and networks are like, yo, we don't want to push that. We don't want that on our platform. We don't want to be a part of that. We don't support that. But I don't know if I agree with taking it down, because it's like, okay, somebody says something that's not true, that's wrong, hurtful. Cool, we understand.
put a disclaimer the way IG does anytime you say the word COVID.
Exactly. It's a disclaimer.
Yeah.
It's a disclaimer. You put that at the beginning of the episode. But then it also, and I think the one thing that people were upset with Nori was about is he didn't offer enough pushback. He didn't be more combative.
Any pushback.
Right. What Ye was saying. But I don't know if I agree in taking it down and banning it. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know.
Okay, in Nori's defense, though, did you watch the Piers Morgan
Yes.
thing? Giving Ye pushback might be worse.
Oh yeah.
Nothing is talked about at that point.
Yeah. I saw that he also was talking with Chris Cuomo while he was in the car headed somewhere.
Yeah.
He looked like the Riddler.
Yeah, and that was another interesting. The name though, the name when that call hung up, that popped up. I don't know if people caught that.
I didn't see it. What was it?
That name was very interesting at the end of that.
On Ye or
On Ye on the name at the end that popped up.
Lauren Pisciotta.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Cuomo though. That's an Italian broad.
Look her IG up. That's his assistant now?
Look,
Let me see. No way that's his assistant.
according to Reddit. I
We'll
mean,
go to her IG.
That's his assistant?
Well, we know sometime. Never mind.
Fam.
Hey,
I forgot. We're in a
Hey,
progressive world. The
hey,
assistant.
That's his assistant?
she's a tax write-off.
that's who that is.
There wasn't any other candidates that
damn.
were
Dare we call her a
sorry,
hole?
Dog.
clean so much of this up.
Dog.
I'm trying to tell you, Maul, that this was the best candidate that applied to be
I mean,
assistant
she's
to
one
Kanye
of
West.
one.
Look how thirsty this.
She's one of one. So
Fam.
Maybe
That's his assistant?
Well, I don't know. She could be proficient in Excel, Microsoft Word, great organizer.
Yeah, you need those around. You
you need
need
people
proficient.
She could be. She's a quick learner.
someone says greatest assistant in history.
Yeah, really quick learner. To me, this is clearly the best candidate that applied for the job.
No, I think this is a great assistant to have. I mean, what do you can't have assistant without ass, right?
Yeah.
Hey, all
She
right.
put the ass in assistant.
Okay.
Well, it's not an episode of Mad Men.
All right, my bad. My bad, dog. I'm sorry.
No, but she's as the fashion
No, I
thing,
get it. I get it.
you know.
Yeezy. Not Yeezy. The shades. The Yeezy shades. I know.
minimalistic with the clothes that
bro,
she wears.
I'm with you. I'm not gonna fight you on this, Rory. I am with you. I know that hotel room right there.
Giving me
That's the
I do too.
mantra.
Yeah.
It's the Mondrian. Oh my god.
Bro, listen, man. I'm just observing. I saw that name and I was like,
she's giving me what was James Bond's assistant that he always fucked in every movie? Penny,
All of them. Oh,
Every
Miss
single
Pussy,
one.
whatever her name was.
Miss Pussy.
listen, man. I didn't know that was his assistant. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause her.
She's a working woman.
No, absolutely.
Miss Moneypenny.
No,
There you go.
absolutely. I think she's doing a great job. Like we all know when the Yeezy shades are coming out now.
I just want to know if those Kanye hiking boots can get me away from a bear. I can walk around Soho fine in them. But
Right.
what if I'm rock climbing and come across a bear?
If you're rock climbing and you come across a bear, I don't think it matters what's on your feet at that point.
No, you just got to scream like this. Hit it, Eden.
Does Kanye hit it? Edit. I was watching. I seen this bear attack video the other day or last night. I was watching it, and I'm laughing because I'm in the safety of my bedroom.
For sure.
But I know that scream. That yell is like when you think death is imminent.
Absolutely.
Like you think death is right in front of you. This bear's about to rip my fucking flesh off. But in watching the video over and over, I realized that I think the bear was just as scared as
Absolutely. Hell yeah.
I think the bear might be screaming in some of these clips. I don't even think that's him the whole time. I think the bear was screaming.
Well, also, I think it's brilliant that this guy is not only a rock climber, a bear slayer, also a good
Bear
businessman.
Yeah.
Copyright 2022 bear attack.
Yeah,
You can't take this footage.
Gotta put the copyright on there.
Copyright my death.
But it looked like he was climbing a mountain, climbing the cliff or whatever, and he's just stumbled upon the bear was probably sleeping in its natural habitat.
Yeah.
We're visitors in this part of the world.
No, you don't think humans should live there?
No, I don't think humans. This is just some adventure. This is what happens on an adventure, Rory. You run into things, you come into contact with living animals that can rip your scalp clean off your fucking forehead. But this rock climber or mountain climber, whoever this guy is, fortunately he was able to scream and yell and kick until the bear was startled enough to kind of, I guess, leave him alone.
Yeah. I mean, that's what scares me with these GoPros and just life in general with cameras that, like we talk about. If you get beat up, everyone sees it. If I have a near-death experience, I don't want y'all to hear how I screamed before I died.
Listen, man.
Yeah,
like-
dead ass.
Like, let's say he didn't make it and we uncovered the footage.
Oh man.
If that was a loved one, we'd be like, oh, damn, he's dead. But we'd probably laugh.
yeah,
Like,
we've done it before.
nah.
look at how Eden went out.
Yeah, look
He went out like,
like why are you there? Like why are you even there? But this is I remember the bear left him alone. This just shows me that our neighborhoods are more dangerous than these rock climbs because I was attacked by a pit bull just like this, kicking and screaming on the top of a car.
Oh yeah.
The pit bull didn't leave me alone. He jumped up on top of the car.
What noise
The,
did
the
you make?
pit bull ratio to bear in the woods ratio is drastically different.
Yo, listen, bro. Nothing.
Pit bull to Bronx Street.
When you think that you're getting away from a pit bull and you
no.
jump on top of not the hood, the actual
Like top of the car.
top of the car. You're like, okay, I'm good up here. And then you see the dog come up there with you.
Of course.
Also, that's not a high jump for a dog to make.
And
Yeah, but you don't. In the process, you thinking like, all right, let me just get up off of the ground and get my legs up, get my legs away from this pit bull,
Yeah.
and I'll be safe. Until you then see the pit bull look like, oh, that's how you got up there? Okay, me too.
Yeah.
The pit bull jumps on top of the fucking car. Now you just running the whole block, jumping from car to car. The pit bull's right behind you.
and pit bulls don't hibernate.
No. They're right
12,
there.
12 months out the year, you have to be
And the way
concerned
they
about them.
attack is different because they stare at you. They have these friendly eyes at first.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then all of a sudden it just goes into like a snarl and it's like, okay, this doesn't look friendly. And then it's a run.
All pit bulls have the emotion of women.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I see what you did there. I like it. I like
bitches,
what
if you
did
will.
there. I like what you did.
I used the term correctly.
That's what
I used the term
that's
correctly.
what Webster taught us.
That's what
Tate.
Webster
That is what
taught
Webster
us.
I
taught
used the term
Rory Tate.
directly
Talking about Rory.
as the definition. Of what
Rory
it is.
Tate.
You left. No, we're the Tate brothers.
You know, absolutely.
You left
Absolutely.
one point out. If you get away from the pit bull, then you have to deal with the guy whose car it was that you.
Oh yeah,
on top
that's a whole
Not as bad as
nother
the pit
thing.
bull.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother thing. Yo, it's so crazy how like as you get older, you start to value things differently. Like you remember how we used
Like
to literally.
life?
Well, yeah, that's number one. But like, you remember how we used to just like sit on cars on the block,
Yeah.
like sit
Didn't know
on the
whose car it
cars?
was. Didn't.
Like, bro, just think about that for a second. Like, we used to eat Chinese food on the hood of a car.
Mhm.
We used to play
Used to.
spades. We used to just sit up there, chill, have our radio, have our boombox on top of the car.
Oh, boombox.
This is somebody's car.
They could have just parked. The car hadn't even cooled down yet. So not only
Hood
you
is
got-
burning
You got
hot.
the fume seasoning.
Seasoning.
Your General Tso's chicken.
Yeah.
It's also someone else's property that you're eating.
Bro, it's so
Pigeon food off of.
bro, I think back to a lot of things we did as kids, man, and it's like I see how people just hate kids, man. I get
Oh, I
it.
do too. The amount of times when I was a kid that I was like, oh, these adults are tripping. I'm never gonna be that type of adult. Like, no, that adult was very reasonable
And was right.
logical and,
And
had
was
things
right.
to do that day.
Like, yo, coming out your building and seeing a whole bunch of kids just sitting on your car.
Like, get off my car.
Bro, just think about that. Like all over
Like,
the car,
why?
laid out
Yeah.
on the phone. Like, it's like, yo, get off him. What are you doing?
Yeah.
It's the craziest thing. Just think about that. You go outside right now, Julia. Long night, sleep, rest, get up, ready to go to work, and you just see some kids sitting on your car.
Yeah, no.
And I feel so bad. Like,
Bro, I
the
wasn't
adults-
that kid. I wasn't that
You
kid.
never sat on cars?
I wasn't like, I just didn't do disrespectful things. Like,
But we didn't
view
as
it
kids,
as
we didn't view it as
disrespectful.
disrespect.
Yeah.
It wasn't a It wasn't like, yo, let's sit
It
on his
was
car,
this-
fuck him. Like,
He
no,
has the
it was
best
like,
parking spot in front of where
we
we're
on
hanging
the
out.
block.
So we're gonna sit here.
We on the block. It's like, all right, we tired of just standing up, so we're gonna just sit on the car, chill. Like, but it's like just that alone is crazy. It's like, bro, this is a car that somebody pays for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see how some adults wanted to kill us as kids. That's all.
Oh no, we used to target houses. Like, that's where I feel really bad. The car thing is all right. It's forgivable. It's like, yo, just get off my car. I don't feel
Yeah.
as bad. We like really used to harass the neighborhood. Like, in like,
Gotta love being
like really
kids, man.
harass like hardworking people
How
that were
dare
just
you.
trying to get a few hours of sleep before they went to work.
But the one thing, though, that
like, no, we would really like
but we weren't
Ding
as,
Dong Ditches actually sounds like a very innocent game. It's a very disrespectful game at a
Yeah.
certain hour.
But the thing about that was,
such a
even as kids, we weren't as disrespectful as these kids now. Like these kids now, like the 15, 16, like the high school. I would
They said the same thing about us.
no. It was a difference though. Like now, it's I'm seeing more and more teachers get punched in the face.
Oh yeah.
yeah, but we didn't have like the phones and the cameras, so there was no like we never felt like, oh, we're being filmed. I gotta act out. Like I gotta be the man.
My
'cause
assistant principal got assaulted by a student.
No, listen. A teacher got punched in the face when I was in school. Like I know that happens.
yeah, having all the time.
But I think it's like it's more now though, and I think it's because of what you said. Like
Because you can
kids
film
having
it.
phones and they want to perform and feel like they have a platform and it's
Yeah.
gonna go viral. That definitely plays into it. Like the disrespect and the things that kids do these days is way more like out of control and crazy than it was when I was in high school.
You know what's
without
fun-
a doubt.
You know what's funny? What the phone did for the kids? Like, I'm thinking back of the bullshit stuff we did to the neighborhood. We embellished the next day too to all that weren't there.
Yeah.
Like, we made it sound like it was the craziest
Yeah.
shit ever. It was a story you told. Like, we
Yeah.
still did it, but we made it sound
Yeah.
way more funny. The reactions of people were embellished. Everything.
hmm
You got to film it now,
You got to.
and for it to be funny, it has to be true.
Right.
So you really got to go there.
Right.
Like, you really got to throw shit at your neighbor.
Speaking of throwing shit at our neighbors, NYC declares a state of emergency over the rats. We
Wait a second,
reported
wait.
last episode.
You're welcome. It
Yeah.
was our podcast.
Listen, man.
that
We did it.
made the city
all
really
went home
respect
and
that
called
issue.
311.
Listen, dial 311 if you see a rat. See a rat, kill a rat. And I'm not talking about rodents. But yeah, the mayor came out and had a whole thing about the rats, and now we're declaring a state of emergency. It's a war on rats in New York City. Although, because people love to have jokes about New York City and rats, things like that, Chicago still is number one with rat infestation in the city.
Uh-huh.
New York is number two. All right, let's just put that out there. We're
Not
not
much
number
better.
one. We're not the rattiest city out there.
I just feel like war against rats is like the least of Eric Adams' issues, but it's cool.
The
You,
war,
you know, like average rent is like $3,500.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's fucking crazy. And we're second with rat infestation. It's wild.
So let's lower some of the rent first, and then we'll.
I saw one of the things that Mayor Adams was saying was to shut down the 24-hour eat like the diners and stuff. Like maybe that would like,
Well,
bro. Look, how the rats are not going. Let's just put it that.
all right, well,
the
then,
rats are not going.
then you just have to get rid of the borough of Queens. That's our main
Right,
source
deadass.
of income.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I think with the state of emergency came a bunch of rules that the city is going to start rolling out as far as certain trash hours, when
Yeah.
restaurants can put food out, things of that nature.
I think that will help though. Like a lot of like New York, the restaurants and stores like that, they put a lot of the garbage right there on the sidewalks for the garbage trucks to pick up in the morning time. That obviously is something that they need to kind of change because that garbage is sitting there on the
Overnight,
sidewalks for hours just for rats to come and feast and fill their little rat bellies and go to sleep during the morning. So I think that's something that absolutely needs to change because it's just garbage piled up sitting on the sidewalk for hours. We know it. We come out of the club. We come out of wherever we at late at night. We know certain parts of the sidewalk
that's-
not to walk down because there's rats running from the fucking sewer into the garbage. So
But that's because if you don't put the trash exactly on the side of the street, the garbage man's not even going to go near it.
yeah,
Right.
I was stuck behind a garbage truck. I went to go see my pops in Maryland in April when I was driving back from DC, and I got caught behind a garbage truck. This was my dad. Where the fuck was he at the time? By Annapolis, somewhere in that area, Annapolis, Maryland. I got caught behind a garbage truck. The garbage men opened like a back gate and grabbed everyone's trash on the side of each row house. Like they kept their trash in the little in between shit, and the garbage men kept doing. I was like, if I don't put my trash damn near in the middle of the street,
they won't pick it up.
Not even touching it.
Yeah.
There'll be garbage bags near my door that they won't even go near.
Yeah.
If you don't throw that shit in the middle of where people walk, no one's gonna get it.
I mean, they got to do something though, because it is a problem. Like we joke and we laugh about it, but just because we grew up around it, we're used to it. We're used to being on the platforms, waiting for the trains, seeing the rats run on the platform, running on the tracks. But there is something that needs to be done about it. It's because any other city you go to, it's not like this at all. So New York City has to do something. I know that our population and restaurants and we have more garbage and trash, but there is something that we need to change because this shit is out of hand. It is out of hand.
All right, well, let me ask this. And we don't have to stay on the rats too long.
Fuck the rats.
What is it that the actual rodent that is a rat? What outside of looking gross and having a weird stigma, do rats really bother people?
They carry disease.
Yeah, they're
When was the last time you got bit by a rat?
No, but you
That's not
don't
about
get
me.
like infested with rats.
That's not the problem.
When was the last time you made out with a rat? Like how you caught the disease?
When was the last time you got bit by a rat?
They carry things.
To
they
where?
track them. They try. It's the same.
They shit in the
way-
water? What?
Yeah,
like what do they
basically,
do?
Exactly. Like
Okay.
their poop and
All right,
feces.
cool. I'm asking.
Yeah.
We know that
They don't bite
the whole
us.
TikTok of this platform is me to say stupid shit and people correct me. So just like the dinosaurs, I'm asking about the rats.
Rats.
Outside of looking gross, what is the issue?
It's just unsanitary. Rats are very
Carry
dirty.
diseases.
They carry diseases. They're very small.
Yeah.
So do, never mind.
What?
Go ahead. So do
what?
sex workers.
So do what?
I get
So do
it.
what?
So do the sex
Go on,
workers.
say
So do I.
Shut down every
So do I.
shut down every strip club.
Yeah, but you
Who am I to put myself above a rat?
you get shots and you can
Right. You prevent these.
All right, well, Eric Adams needs to grab every rat, give him a penicillin shot, and keep it moving.
penicillin shot.
No, they're gonna do something about
What
it.
diseases do rats? I'm really curious. I'm not even trying to make it funny.
Well, rat they do carry a lot of disease.
I know, they're gross,
and
I
they
get
just they fuck all the time. They have little rat babies, and just it's
So
just,
they're New Yorkers.
Yeah, but it's just too much. It's getting out of hand. It's like nobody wants to walk down a sidewalk and see a bunch of rats running from the
They can
garbage.
carry like salmonella, leptospirosis.
Yeah, you don't
or
want
carditis.
you don't want
Multiple diseases.
leptospirosis. You don't want
Okay.
you don't want
Limeria.
lymphatic.
Okay, well, put a vaccine mandate and
Yeah, all right.
make so they can't travel.
You don't want
unless
the
they-
hantavirus. You want the do you want
a
the
mask mandate
hantavirus? You don't want the hantavirus.
They chew through a lot of homes and car. They could destroy your Mazda, Rory.
That,
don't-
actually,
you
I
don't
take that back.
they chew your
rats
brakes.
do chew through.
Yeah,
If you had rats in your walls, you'd be fucking livid.
Oh no, one of my buildings I lived in, the laundry was in the basement, and I would not do
Ooh.
laundry because the rats was
Ooh.
down there.
Oh, so
You think Baisley could
I'm
take
just-
out a rat?
No.
oh,
God,
the
no.
rats could take out Baisley is the problem too.
Baisley would look at a rat and be like, "Oh, a friend." Come
Yeah,
here."
the rat was like,
Something smaller
That
than me.
shit would beat the shit out of Baisley.
bite Basie right on the back of her ass.
Oh, yeah.
Now she got the hantavirus.
the hantavirus.
So yeah, I don't know. Did add some fucking big ass bins where restaurants could throw the garbage in instead of sitting it on the fucking sidewalk. I don't know, just something to keep the rats from going in the fucking bags and having a fucking fiesta.
We need new rat traps.
Mm.
Back then, it was the cheese and the thing and the snaps their neck. Then we had the
That was
glue.
a cartoon. That was Tom and Jerry.
That wasn't a real thing.
life.
No, they have real traps
They
like
had
that.
those.
Yeah.
They had those before.
Yeah.
Of course, you didn't put cheese on them. I've
Okay,
had,
what did you
I've had a
put- what
mice
did-
problem in an apartment before. I didn't put cheese on the thing.
Okay, peanut butter. What did you put in
Little
it?
peanut butter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Peanut butter.
Rats don't like cheese. Now that I'm fucked
No,
up.
they'll eat anything. They don't give a fuck.
It's a rat.
So they'll eat anything. Leave it out. They'll eat it. They'll
I
get
just
to
thought
it.
they really liked cheese. But yeah, then they had the glue one.
The
Yeah,
glue traps is the worst though.
Yeah,
The glue one.
You
Oh
ever-
my
alright.
god.
I let
like it's stuck in it. And
Because
Yeah,
it doesn't
let me
stop.
see. Let me see if
They
you
start squeaking.
if
and
y'all
shit.
are quote unquote from the mud. You ever woke up to a mouse screaming its head off on the
Yeah,
trap?
absolutely.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
I've killed one myself.
That's what I'm saying. Like you the mouse trap, the
piece
glue
of shit.
trap,
I was
they get on it and they start squeaking all fucking night. Like it's like, oh shit.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
one of them hit the trap.
I used to. I'm not,
But
try-
I'd
I'm not
rather
trying to
that-
say I'm a hero or anything, but I would always take the mouse outside and
Off the glue trap?
Free it?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
How do you
Peel
get a
it
mouse
off
off
the
a glue
glue
trap?
trap?
You pull it off. It's not that
You
glued
pulled
on.
off the rat from the
A rat's no, a mouse.
Oh, it doesn't.
Nah, I don't
never had a
know.
rat in my house.
Nah, I'm
You
calling
would bare
bullshit.
hand grab the
No
thing
way.
and pull it
No,
off the
what?
glue
No way. There's no
You
way
put
you
gloves
pulled a
on?
mouse off a glue trap.
More
bro.
than once.
That shit
How?
doesn't hurt.
With a paper towel.
Bro, I saw a mouse on a glue trap.
Wait, hold on. Y'all.
Rory, no.
Wait, so y'all just. All right, so tell me how
throw
you. All right, Jeffrey Dahmers, how'd you murder the mouse on the glue trap?
I
Throw that
rolled
shit in
it
the
up like a
garbage bag.
tortilla,
I throw that shit in the
threw it
garbage
out.
bag. And I throw the garbage in the fucking in the incinerator.
There you go.
you
I'm
would
not-
put your
I'm not
hand
freeing
on
the fucking mouse.
Yeah.
I freed my. Yeah.
Say run.
Now
free.
they have the traps that are like the bait traps that they go in there and they get
Yeah, they
stuck
just
in there.
get
You
it.
can
I've,
just take
I've had
that-
those as
the-
well.
the
but
catch
no,
and
I'm
release
saying
traps.
the actual glue ones.
The glue one.
But you put
I'm
peanut
not
butter on?
pulling I'm not pulling no mouse off no.
My pops
glue
is a
trap.
super heat. Fold.
How is it that you're
over,
the vegan and
throws
I'm
it
not
out.
in this situation?
I mean, that's true.
Nah, fuck that.
Mhm.
A mouse, it's a rodent.
Yeah.
You don't eat rodents.
I didn't eat it. I freed it.
Yo, you pulled a mouse off a glue trap before?
Nah.
Bro, look, that glue is so sticky that
Yeah,
I
it's
saw.
sticky.
I used to see the mice on it.
Wait,
they
but-
would
but y'all-
literally
but y'all
like.
Have you
also
ever
know-
accidentally touched one of those? Like you get stuck.
Okay, hold
like,
on.
it's
Y'all do know that there's also the ones. There's the roach ones that are like the square.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They have the mice ones too that have a little more ceiling.
yeah.
So I've had those too. You pick the shit up, and then you just rip the shit off and let the mouse go.
Rip the shit
Rip
off.
it off.
Bro, I saw a mouse fucking damn near chew its own tail off trying to get off the glue trap. You think that I'm pulling a mouse off a glue trap? Take that shit, throw that shit in the garbage, throw the garbage out.
I mean, I'm not trying to sound like a hero, but now that
No,
I
you're a hero.
now that
You
I listen
are.
to you guys, I think
You
I
actually-
fucking am.
Actually,
I'm
Eric
the guy that
Adams
sits
needs
in
to
the
come-
exit row
he needs to come-
voluntarily.
Eric Adams needs to come see you. You're part of the rat problem.
A rat.
I'm not
no.
pulling this off of the glue
There's
trap.
no way. There's
Bro,
no way.
All right. A mouse that big has never been in my house.
That's a rat.
Like y'all are fucking. That's not what I'm talking about. The little ass mice, bro.
Yo, so you used to get a paper towel and pull a mouse off a glue trap?
They would have one little tiny ass foot that would be caught on it.
Every single time it'd be a foot. There's
Yeah.
I saw a mouse.
You know that
outside.
shit's face pressed
Look
against the
at
fucking
that
glue
shit.
trap.
I'm not pulling that shit off.
No
of there. Get
way.
the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Nigga, You're gone. You're out of here.
Look,
That's a close up. You know that mouse is like this big.
Look at that
Okay,
one
well,
drawing.
okay,
They pouring
I can
olive
see
oil
where-
on
He's
it.
laid. He's laid out though.
But I'm saying it's not about like if it's 1 foot, I'll even shoot you bail and be like, okay, fine. All you gotta do is move a foot. You're not pulling the entire body off
All
this
right,
fucking trap.
Guys, I'm not saying that I
Not
had
without ripping his tail off or something.
y'all are acting like I had a mouse community where every day I was trapped. This happened like a few times at most.
Oh, he ain't from the
Oh,
hood.
sounds like a core
He ain't
memory.
from the hood.
times?
Oh no, I used to if there was a mouse, I'd let that shit rock for a while until a chick would be like, "Hey, can you do this something?" That was the only time I'd lay a trap down. It's because a chick would say something.
You let the mouse just live in the house?
Yeah.
Get the fuck
would you
out.
feed it?
See a mouse, I'm like, yo, go get the trap.
I've never feed
We
it.
catching this motherfucker tonight. Fuck that.
That's not too bad though.
What?
I'll agree. That little small one.
No, yo, bro, what's
Not about the size, bro. It's a
See, like
fucking
that,
rodent in your.
that's Rory.
I
right
never
there
had a
feeding the
big
mice.
ass
You see
mouse
that?
in-
It's not
my
about
crib.
the size. It's a rodent in your house.
Yeah.
Get it out.
Yeah, nah.
I did.
Rory's
I
a
took
better-
it outside of my building and I let it go free.
Rory, that same mouse came back in your house 2 days later.
I know.
He was like,
It definitely did.
That same-
Third floor.
Yeah. Like, yo, I'm going back up there. Yo, he won round 1. I'm back. Nah, fuck that. Throw that whole trap in the garbage and let that mouse die. I don't give a
See,
fuck.
look, those are the old school ones.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. All right, Eric Adams, listen, man, clean up the city because, goddamn it, I don't know what the fuck is going on. The niggas just smoking weed and the rats are running crazy. New York is going
Yeah,
to shit.
Rory's letting them free.
Oh man, speaking of New York,
Have y'all had a rat in your house?
no, not a
Nah,
rat.
no.
All right, I'm gonna say
Not a rat. Mice, yeah,
Mice,
not
yeah.
a rat. No, hell. If I had a
in
rat
your
in my
crib.
apartment, the rat now lives there. He can have the apartment. I'm out. A rat? Nah, well, I'm not doing that. Mouse, he's like, oh shit, one of them got in here.
Mhm.
But a rat, no, we're not doing that. Speaking of New York, the Yankees advanced to the American League Championship Series, Rory.
Yeah.
I know your Queen's ass isn't too happy about that.
I'm
Go,
been a
man.
Suck it,
Yankees
Rory.
fan forever. I'm
Oh
not
yeah,
that's fair.
I mean, look at us.
They lost game 1
First
last
dog's
night.
name was Munson.
They
I'm serious.
They lost game 1 last night to the Astros. I don't know if we're gonna beat the Astros. I'm gonna be honest.
Hey.
Oh, listen, I'm a Yankees diehard
All right,
Yankees
so
fan, man. I'm just being
if you
honest.
listen to this, we're talking about game 1. Game 2 is while we're recording this, but we could have won last night. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't like a game that was unwinnable
No, I just think
because
this
of how
Houston
good
team
the
is a lot better than the Cleveland team we just beat, and I think we still
the
kind of like
Cleveland team. No, you call them the Guardians.
the Cleveland Guardians. Like, how did they land on
That's
that
what I
name?
gotta
The
know.
Guardians? That's disgusting. Like, come on, man.
Progressive.
I feel like I'm watching every time, like, you know, you keep the TV on and you can just hear shit.
Yeah.
Every time, like, am I watching AAA baseball? Who are the Guardians?
Yeah, what are the Guardians?
I think we still kind of on the high from that, and this Astros team is a lot better. And I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if we're gonna beat this team. I hope so.
If we get one in Houston, obviously we didn't get the one last night. We get tonight, there's a chance to go back to New York.
Yeah.
But if we go down 2-0, I don't really know.
The Houston team is tough. They're the real deal. But we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully the Yankees get it because it's been 13 years since we went to the World Series.
Yes,
something like that.
Yep.
It's time for us to go back. Let Aaron Judge cap off this historic season with another a championship ring. For
I was
the
so
Yankees.
spoiled as a kid.
We all were. We had some great years as Yankees fans.
Jesus Christ!
It's like every year we were there in the World Series. The NBA season is back.
As a Knicks fan, I wasn't.
Nah, listen, man. Listen, the Knicks look good. The Knicks look good, man.
They looked good last night.
The Knicks look good. I like Jalen Brunson. You know, I like the way Julius looked last night. You know, I like Cameron. I like them giving Cam Reddish some playing time.
6 players in double figures. Like, it's nice to see even scoring throughout.
I like the Hartenstein center that they got. The Knicks, they didn't look bad. They didn't look bad.
I'm with you.
They didn't look bad. It looks like this is going to be an exciting season.
Think we may need to get RJ away from Dream Doll, but that's about it. I think that's the only thing that may hold us back.
Is he dating Dream Doll?
I don't know. They took a picture together and I got nervous. Especially because everyone in the comments was like, cutest couple ever. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, it might be time to trade RJ Barrett if that's the case, man. Might be time
Look
to
at them, man. They look so happy. This is terrifying.
Yeah, man. It might be time to trade RJ. Once they start smiling with
oh god, he's with French and A Boogie.
Oh fucked. Yeah, time to trade him.
French, you know you're my guy, but stay away from the Knicks. Trying to have a good season here.
Nah, but the Knicks look good, man. All jokes aside, they look good. This team looks like, you know, from the first game, I know it's early, but I think they addressed the important part of the issue, which was getting a point guard to kind of take some of that pressure off of Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
Asking Derrick Rose to still be the Derrick Rose that he was before the injuries was asking a lot. Yeah. And I like Jalen Brunson. Talking to Julius this offseason, he loves Jalen Brunson. He says that's the best point guard that he's ever played with by far. No slight to Derrick Rose, I mean, like, he's just saying, like, as of right now, like, Jalen Brunson is a lot better than people probably think he is. So, yeah, man, hopefully the Knicks one of them teams this year. The Nets, it's scary. I don't know what the Nets is going to do. Ben Simmons, 23 minutes, 4 points, 3 turnovers, fouled out, 0 for 2 from the line. I know it's only, listen,
I understand his history, but it was one game, guys.
It's only one game.
It's one game.
It's one game, so we're not going to, but it's just, you know.
I'm not saying bad or good. It was one game.
Now, I'm going to jump out there and talk for my beloved LA Lakers. It's going to be a long year for us, man.
Yo.
Yeah, bro.
It's going to be a long year, man. We asking LeBron to still be the best player in his 20th season. It's asking a lot. It's asking a lot. And I don't want to hear nobody blaming nothing on Russell, saying it's his fault. Like, stop it. Stop it. Let's get rid of that. It's not Russell Westbrook's fault. But it's going to be a very long season for my Lakers. I will be very surprised if we make the playoffs.
The Lakers on paper look amazing. And then then well, not amazing, but they look good. But then once you get them to the court,
yeah, man, I don't know, man. We got to make a trade. I think I agree. Charles Barkley said something interesting the other night about Russell. He said he doesn't look happy. The joy and the passion that he played with at one time is not there anymore. And I agree. I know what Charles Barkley's saying. Russell looks like he's just out there just because he has to be out there. And it doesn't look like he's having fun. I don't remember the last time Russell Westbrook smiled in a Lakers jersey. I don't remember the last time he looked, just excited to be playing. I think he's just out there to do his job, and the media won't come down on him for not playing hard. But I think we might have to trade Russell. He's not happy there. He's not happy there.
Can we quickly pull up the Draymond Green response video?
I think in the very first few minutes, or first few or 10 or whatever, I think you're initially upset, pissed off, which is why you have the reaction you have.
I want to start by saying, like, they shot this like all the Hurricane Katrina victims 10 years after.
Right.
Like, did you watch the Discovery Channel 20-year anniversary of 9/11? This is exactly how they shot it and exactly how the victims of that were acting.
Deep focus.
Draymond Green punched somebody at practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And probably not the first time.
He started with saying, I was at home with my kids. No, you weren't.
Nah, bro.
No, you punched somebody at practice. Stop acting like you was the victim. Like, I was at home. I had no idea what happened.
Don't
you
do
weren't
Draymond
on
like-
Flight 93, Draymond.
No. He was saying when he found out the video got out.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
you can't act that-
Exactly.
But don't say you was at home with your kids.
When the video got out, yeah, he was.
I didn't even know what was going on. No, you punched somebody at practice.
It was interesting to see them on the court last night. It was interesting to see night before last. It was interesting to see Draymond and Jordan Poole, just their energy with each other. It does seem like they put it behind them and they kind of just like, it is what it is. It happened. And it does happen. It's not the first time that a teammate or teammates got into a fight with each other. I think it's one of the few times where we actually saw it and actually saw the punch and things like that. But it happens a lot. A bunch of athletes will tell you that teammates fight all the time. Coaches fight, teammates and things like that. It all happens. It usually stays inside the locker room. This just happened. The video got out and we saw it.
All right, cool. But what do you think about this fucking video?
No, this video was hilarious because it was one of those videos.
Is he joking? Is this for real?
It looked for
this
real.
feels like another SNL sketch. Like the fact you would punch somebody at practice and then do the victim video.
Yeah.
Like I care about raising my children.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's what you try to humanize it. Like, I'm just a father and, I'm just trying to be home with the family. But
you can't do the victim lighting, the victim backlight with the close-up lens.
Yeah.
When you were the one that punched somebody.
Was this video worse than Will Smith's response?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even though Will Smith it was an ad. He had his son's water.
I can respect that more
He had
than
the just water up there?
Yeah, it's perfectly framed.
Yeah.
I can respect that way more than any. This was like he was trapped in a flood.
Yeah, like he lost everything,
Yeah,
right?
like this.
The world sees your most embarrassing and biggest mistake.
Yeah.
It wasn't a mistake, Draymond. You meant to punch Jordan Poole. But I think they got past it. I do think the Warriors will repeat this year as champions. Yeah, and I mean, it looked like they put it behind them, so whatever. It is what it is.
Clippers are
Teammates fight all the time, man.
Clippers look all right. I know it's only been a week.
They didn't play yet.
But I'm saying
They played
just their roster.
Oh, no. They
People being healthy and
Kawhi
shit.
Leonard is
Yeah,
back. Once Kawhi Leonard is back healthy, Paul George is healthy. I like them adding John Wall. Hopefully he's back and he's back to his full self.
Hopefully
Shout out to John Wall. I read an article on him and when he was hurt, prayers to him. He lost his mother.
Oh shit, I don't even know.
And he said he had started contemplating suicide and things like that. So prayers to John Wall. I hope he's back, healthy and he's happy and he gets back to playing the game that he loves. John is a good dude, man. And when I saw that interview come out and he was talking on those things, it was just you never know. You think because a lot of these guys have so much money and so much access.
You see him at Rose Bar.
Yeah, you like he ain't got nothing to worry about. He has no worries in the
Eskimo
world.
brothers.
Yeah, it's
Just assume everything's fine.
You think life is great, and to hear John speak about those things and to say exactly how unhappy he was and the thoughts that he had, it was it was like, damn, man, you just never know what a lot of these dudes are going through, despite them having all of this money and fame and access and things like that. They still deal with a lot of mental health things. So
yeah,
salute to John Wall. He's back. Hopefully he's healthy and back to having fun. And the Clippers on paper look really good. And to me, if Kawhi Leonard is healthy, the Clippers have to be a favorite to win it because Kawhi Leonard is one of the best players in the league. So
yeah.
We'll see what the Clippers do this year, but my Lakers, we're in trouble. I got the Clippers beating us by 20 tonight.
Damn.
Yeah, it's that bad for our Lakers. Love LeBron, but 20 years, Father Time is going to catch up eventually, and we can't.
Did a commercial about it. I don't know if you've seen it.
And we can't ask LeBron to beat Father Time. Like we can't. That's asking too much of a player. So we'll see. Anything else?
No, we'll be back next week.
We'll be back next week. Tickets on sale. London will be there November 5th at the Earth Theater.
Yes, mate.
Tickets available at newrorynmall.com.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, patreon.com/Rory and Mall.
Mm-hmm.
Go to our shit. Like, subscribe, comment, all the things. Download
these episodes because once it's over, it's fucking over. God damn it.
I don't know what you know that we don't know, but
No one knows what I know, Julian. That's the power that I hold.
Reddit wants both of you to do an AMA. They mentioned that to me
Together?
last night.
At the same time. Mhm.
Yeah, they'd like for you guys to do like a live chat.
Like,
I'm down. I mean, I've
VPN.
done one. I'll
Jump
do
in.
another
Yeah.
one. I comment.
I did
on
one.
Reddit.
Right? Yeah, I did one.
It was a lot of fun. But the live chat thing when they can just kind of just go off and we can just pick.
The live
The
chat.
Discord one is great now that they have that, like, I'll call it a Clubhouse feature, but Discord Clubhouse is fun.
Wait, they could talk to us?
Yeah, I did one on Discord for, for our Patreon.
I think I did one on Discord, but they weren't talking to me. It was kind of like a.
chat?
I've done the chat Discord one, but
Okay, I
I
did the
recently did the, like, it's literally Clubhouse.
Okay, that's fire.
Yeah.
I'll do that. I'll kick it with them on Reddit.
Maul, they were asking for us to do one of just you and I and the women of Patreon. Just women and us.
The women on our our
Yes,
Patreon.
just the women and us.
Can you do? Are you allowed to invite?
I think we
How
get
does
canceled for
work?
that. No?
Yeah, like submit your gender.
Is that
before,
sexist? Oh.
Yeah. I feel
Wait,
like-
you're not allowed to identify as a woman?
Not on Patreon.
No, that's
not on pay. You can't identify as a woman on Patreon.
Nah. You identify as a patron.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would do it though. Let's set it up. Let's
Yeah,
do
it'd be
it.
fun.
I'll kick it with the Patreonies. Why not?
All right. Well,
All right,
shit.
man.
See
We'll
y'all
be back
week.
next week, man. Y'all be safe. Have a great weekend. Get out there and enjoy the last few days of this 65-degree weather because it's fucking over after this. Well, if you're in New York area, some other places are still kind of warm out. Hopefully, I'll feel better next week. I'll do everything I can this weekend to kind of doctor myself back to health. But yeah, y'all be safe. Be blessed. Love, light, positivity to each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all for kicking it with us. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for not listening. If you're not listening, I don't know what the hell you're listening to, but whatever. It's all good. We'll be back in a few days. Y'all be safe. I'm that nigga. He's just Ginger. Peace.
No